Outdoors is presented by Built Ford Tough, Goal Zero, Mercury, Lund Boats, St. Croix, Lowrance, Jerry Yamamoto Custom Baits, Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas, River to Sea, Tackle Warehouse, and Never Slip Bait Tape.
I'm Jarrett Edwards. Welcome to the show. Today we're in beautiful Canyon Lake in Southern California with one of my favorite people, Dan Merchant. Dan, good seeing you, buddy.
Good morning.
Now, Canyon Lake here, most people would probably try to hide the fact that this is a private body of water. This lake is anything but easy to fish. Tell me about it.
You know, the lake is obviously a private community. Gets a lot of fishing pressure. A lot of folks obviously fish it that live in here. It gets fished quite a bit. I mean, you know, we run some member guest type tournaments and so forth, but there's a lot of, just a lot of pleasure fishermen. I mean, the folks in the community, they definitely work it out quite a bit.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. But I have to tell you, 6 years of TV, nearly 80 shows, and I've never gone out and just done a fun fishing show with a good buddy. That's what we're gonna do today. And don't mistake a private lake here in Southern California for being a lake that doesn't get fished. This place gets pounded daily. It's crazy.
Right.
But for the most part, let's go see if we can catch them, huh? Folks, stick around. It's gonna be a great show today. Canyon Lake, Southern California. Dan Merchant. Let's catch them, buddy.
Go do it. Right back on bit right now.
That's a bite. That's a bite. Get him. What do you got, buddy? Man, let me get that line out of the way.
Feels good.
I'm telling you, we put this rod down. A little bit of 4-pound test action under the docks, huh?
It's going too. It's a good one.
You know, any cast up here?
Right there.
Oh my goodness, he's on the other side. This is a good one.
Yeah,
Let's take a look here. Any cast in here could be a giant. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. She's trying to jump under the boat, heading for deep water.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, nice fish. All right, let's give her some line. Then you got some spectators out there. You know, this place is literally alive, I tell you. Spectators coming in, waves coming in from every action, and big fish eating Senkos. Sometimes there's literally nothing better. One thing that I've learned right now that's pretty interesting is with the sun being out, you would think these fish would be positioned directly up under the dock, but there's so many fish just sitting on points and on the seawalls right now. It's interesting. Let's go ahead, buddy. Again, I know it's 4-pound line.
Yeah, she's not ready.
It's hot. I'll grab these pliers. These bass out here, they're fighters. No doubt about it. Oh, she saw me. That's the love of light line right there. Labor of love. Come here, mama. That's awesome.
There you go.
What a fish, man. Great support crew back there, huh? And again, you talk about keeping pressure on the line. Take a look right there in that fish's mouth. You can see that itty bitty small little hook.
Yeah, she is.
You know, Dan, that's a good fight right there. A good 4 3/4 pound fish. Right. Look at that. Look at the tails. These fish definitely post-spawn. They're beat up and they want to be able to go out and relax.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and put this fish in and tell the folks a little bit more about what we're doing today. Boats all over the place, the sun's out, it's hot, and the fishing's awesome. See ya, baby. Beautiful fish, nice job, light line. Here we go. Now, like I was talking about when you're fighting that fish, what we have here, Dan, is all these docks, a ton of boats passing here and there, the shoreline's getting ripped up. You would think these fish would be suspended up underneath the docks, but instead they're here in the middle of the seawalls. Why?
Yeah, I believe what happens is, you got a lot of boat traffic. As you can tell, it's crashing up against these seawalls, taking a lot of that bait and obviously smashing into the seawall. So
along with that comes the shad, the crawdad, so forth, and the Senko.
Absolutely. Yeah,
nice. That was a good one.
Yeah.
My turn.
You got it. Go get them.
Here we go, brother.
What you got there, buddy? Got you on?
Oh,
good one?
They're all good, some better than others, huh? Here he comes up. He's coming up. Come on up here. Oh, man, that fish is furious, huh?
Upset, huh?
Why is he mad at me? He's the one that bit, huh? Come on, water, bro. Yeah, well, they have to eat too, there's no doubt. See you, buddy. Away he goes. I'm Jarrett Edwards here with good buddy Steve Miller. Steve, how we doing?
Hey Jared, I'm doing well. How you doing?
Great. Now, you work for Mercury Marine, and you folks make a variety of lubricants out there on the market, oils for different conditions out there for your motors. But today, my specific question is on the Mercury Synthetic Blend Optimax DFI fuel. Tell us about it.
Well, as you know, oil is the lifeblood of any engine.
No doubt.
No doubt. So, you know, if you're going to go to the expense of buying a world-class tournament bass engine, it only makes sense for you to buy the very best possible oil to keep that engine healthy for many, many years. And the Optimax DFI oil is a synthetic blend oil that's designed specifically for high-performance direct-ejected two-stroke engines. You know, they've got some more moving parts inside. They've got more injectors and things like that that are working very hard to give you that top performance. And the additive package in this oil, which was specially engineered by our engineers at Mercury Marine, gives you a very long-lasting, long-life oil, and it keeps your engine running for many years.
You know, that's great to know. And I remember back on the day competing on the Pro Tour, one thing that was always interesting, I'd see a bunch of guys running different motors that were not Mercury, but one thing was always in common, they were always running Mercury oil. And that speaks a lot about your guys' engineers there. You know, without a doubt, you guys make some of the finest marine oil available on the market.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this stuff is really considered the gold standard. We've got dedicated guys in engineering that do nothing but engineer our lubes and our oils. And, you know, it's really all about, you know, keeping the longevity of the engine in mind.
Without a doubt. Steve, I appreciate it. As always, to learn more about Mercury Marine, oils and lubricants, and all their accessories, it's pretty simple. Visit us online, mercurymarine.com. I'm Jarrett Edwards. We look forward to seeing you on the water.
This is getting a lot, because what happens is them waves hit up and they reverb back. So it's not like on most shoreline, you know, like on a natural shoreline.
Yeah.
You get a reverb, so then the fish are just like, there is a natural. There you go, fish out. Uh-oh, fish.
Oh man, what do you got, buddy? Let me move the boat.
Oh, back.
And it's blowing 20 miles an hour. We have a lot of wave action.
Dude, this one is not turning.
That is awesome.
Here it comes.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nice.
No.
I tell you, they all feel giant.
Ain't as big as what I thought, but when you're fighting all these, when you're fighting these waves and all this boat traffic, it just makes it a little bit.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I tell you what, these fish right here, they pull, unlike any bass I've hooked before.
Here we go.
Man, another nice beauty. You go ahead and grab that.
Oh, she's barely pinned.
Yeah, we got her. Come here, baby. Come on, mama. They all feel like a monster.
Yeah, they do.
2.5 pounder. Again,
Look at the tails.
taking a look at that small little hook, 4-pound line.
Yeah.
Look at these tails. I mean, these fish are just getting literally destroyed out there.
Yeah.
You know, the beauty of this, like we were talking about, I'm going to go ahead, Dan, and put this back in, and then we'll talk about it.
Sounds
but
great.
the beauty about this thing is where these fish are positioned, but most importantly, why.
Right.
Let's go ahead and put her back in. Away she goes. 20-mile-an-hour wind, 3 to 4 foot rollers. We're trying to cast 4-pound tests in between docks, but there's a special reason these fish are holding up on the walls. We talked about the wind action and how important that might be, but you also had another theory which I really, really like.
Yeah, the other thing is, you know, when they build these seawalls, they obviously move a lot of earth, and they got some big boulders that they put out there. So that, obviously when that current, like we were talking about, obviously starts hitting, there's some ambush points in there.
You know, that's interesting. So if you take a look at these seawalls like we have right behind us, from what you're stating is when they come to create these, all the earth and chunk rock and riprap, they push out deep. So from the seawall, you might have 10, 15, 20 foot of rock out. And that's pretty interesting. So that alone will help hold the fish. But then secondary with the wind and the waves coming in, they don't mind biting it. Cover very structured, you know, it's a great opportunity. And what we have here today is the structure is going to be the wind and the wave action ripping up top. The cover is going to actually be the giant boulders down below.
That's right.
Win-win combo.
Yeah. Let's go get them.
All right. Here's the bite.
What you got there, Jarrett?
Oh man.
Nice.
Let's see what's going on. We're gonna take her on out here.
Uh-oh. What you got?
Oh, she has me on a cable.
Oh, does she? You wanna get up in there?
Oh, I gotta get. Oh, look at that boil.
Yeah, no, you should have went up and got that bad boy.
It was too late. It was too late. She got on the cable and I pull, and then she wrapped right around the other side.
Yeah, she went right
So
around
I screwed either
right
way.
around that swim step.
Yeah, that was a nice fish.
Yeah, it was.
It felt good. Here he is.
Get out of here. No way, dude.
Oh, man.
That's a
Here
good
he goes.
one. Get out of here.
Man, that fish is hot, huh? I'm telling you.
Wow.
Jeez. You cannot get enough of the old square bill, huh? Some heavy traffic out here.
Yeah.
He thought he saw a little bluegill and went after it, huh?
That's a nice one.
You got him, Dan?
Yeah, I think so. Got double hooks everywhere. Got him.
Nice. That's so much fun, you know? Go ahead and unpin that bad boy. You know, the interesting aspect here is,
Yep.
yeah, awesome.
There you go. Look at there.
Get rid of that. Look at that. Only 2.25, but just chunky. You know what I mean? Really come on up. See you, baby. The Lund Predator 2010 is 20 foot 2 inches long and has a giant 90-inch beam. This is gonna allow you to have an extremely stable boat on the water, but most importantly, the smoothest, driest ride possible. One thing you're gonna notice on the Lund 2010 Predator happens to be its enormous raised casting deck. This deck is absolutely huge, and I tell you what, when you wanna take every single lure in your garage, this is the boat that can handle it. Literally storage galore. Let's take a look at some of the unique features regarding storage. Right up front, we have some unique quick boxes, and these box opportunities are extremely deep and will allow for wow, just about anything you want to put in them. So if that's storing dry goods in there, life vests, jackets, you name it. Again, 2 of these guys loaded directly up top. Now, moving to the back portion, this is an absolute beast. All the tackle you can think of, spare props, oil, you name it, the Predator 2010 can handle it. This boat has a monster rod storage box. As you can see, it's located directly right in the center of the boat, and it can hold 15 rods as long as 7.5 foot. The Predator has a monster front live well. This guy is 59 inches long and can hold 28 gallons. And I tell you, with Lund's advanced aeration system, it's gonna keep your catch fresh all day long. Also, you're gonna find a nice rear, either a bait tank you can use this as, or a smaller live well. Last but not least, we have a nice passenger rod locker, which can double up for a variety of storage as well. To learn more about the Lund Predator 2010 or a variety of Lund boats, visit us online at lundboats.com or visit your local Lund dealer. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, good.
Back out of your way. Here she comes. Wow. Now that guy was on the outside, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Look at that. That's what it's all about. Big waves coming in.
Yeah.
Let me help you out. I'm gonna go ahead and reel in. And another healthy fish.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is awesome.
That one was on the outside. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Look at the big waves. You'd think we're on Lake Erie today, huh? So Dan, talk to me. We've been catching them off the Seawall,
Yeah.
but you just changed things up again. Off the back of the dock. What's on the back of the dock that's holding these fish?
Yeah, I think right up there in the shadow pocket, if you notice the shadows casting over the back of these docks,
Gotcha.
thought I would
So
give
that's
her a
what
shot.
you're using
Yeah.
to your advantage, huh?
Yeah, just figured I don't want to break it off. This 4-pound line is 4
Oh,
pounds.
I know, it will get you. So interesting, so the shadow, naturally, that's pretty basic. Holding those fish up in there. Come here. Like I said, you think you're on the Great Lakes slipping them. Look at that, look at the profile of that.
nice
It's a
one.
beautiful fish. That's what it's all about, pin right up top, huh?
Yeah.
You know, there's
every
something
time.
special about using small hooks and the right float. Let's go ahead and put her back in.
You bet.
Look at that, another chunk. Beauty. See ya, baby. The damn equipment today is literally everything. Before we go into rods and reels, obviously we have our segment for that. But let's talk about basically the technique of what we're utilizing here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. Yeah, 4-pound line.
Right.
Now, we're going to a size 1 split shot, drop shot hook.
That's right.
Right?
Absolutely.
And the unique aspect here is you're taking your St.Croix. This happens to be a 5-inch St.Croix. And I've been fishing the 4. Your fish have definitely been a little bit larger than me. Not normal aspect. What we have right here, the size 1, and a lot of people would say, what in the world are you doing? A size 1, and we're going ahead and matching that with the St.Croix. Now, you wacky rig that. It's a very small hook for a big fat bait.
Right.
But here's the beauty of it. From what you understood, it's all about the fall. Why a light wire versus a heavier wire?
Exactly. I mean, it definitely lets that St.Croix fall at a more natural rate. You know, the thick wire hook takes, you know, obviously has weight to it, and obviously make the fall much too fast, in my opinion.
You bet. So you're just barely wanting this bait to be able to creep down.
Yeah, I'm on it.
And most importantly, why the wacky rig technique versus a Texas rig on today's show?
It just brings it down at a much more subtle fall. I mean, you Texas rig it, or tail rig it, whatever, it's going to make the bait fall at a little bit more of a downward or tailward spiral, where this will make it more subtle.
This segment brought to you by Tackle Warehouse, guaranteed lowest prices.
Filming with Dan Merchant today on Canyon Lake was an absolute ball. I tell you what, those bass early in the morning, they would tuck up real close into that shade line off the seawalls and docks. But later in the day, as a lot of those waves would kick up from all the boaters out there, it got pretty crazy. And today we picked a perfect bait to be able to penetrate those fish. That happened to be the 5-inch Gary Yamamoto St.Croix. Today we chose the color 297, which is green pumpkin with black fleck. Now, instead of hooking it traditionally wacky rigged, as you can see, today we put a little piece of tape on there. Now, this tape is called Never Slip Bait Tape, and we happen to use the clear color. And what this is a self-fusing tape that's completely waterproof. The benefit of using a tape such as this is that many times on one bait, regardless of the soft plastic you're fishing, is, man, sometimes get 8, 10, 12 fish off of one bait. We're simply gonna take this hook point and skim it directly underneath the bait tape. So we're not hooking the bait tape and we're not hooking the plastic. Now you have a very lifelike presentation there in the water. You still get that same amazing natural shimmy that the St.Croix does, but most importantly is the hook position. Because when that bass bites, more times than not, you set that hook in the upper position, that hook's gonna go right up on that line, saving that bait from getting torn in half. Never Slip Bait Tape, some really cool stuff. What you're gonna notice here is a 7-foot medium light Legend Extreme. Now, this rod, again, the last 18 to 22 inches, very parabolic. It's gonna allow you, the angler, for very long casts in clear water, especially for some of those finicky bass, but most importantly, when they bite, it's gonna have just enough of a soft tip that when you set up into them, more times than not with light line, you're gonna be able to get a lot more solid of hook sets, be able to fight them. As always, all the equipment demonstrated on today's show can be found at tacklewarehouse.com. Our friends at Tackle Warehouse have the guaranteed lowest prices and my personal favorite, free shipping on items over $50.
Oh, just swiped on it.
Did you get bit?
Yeah, just got bit. Oh, there she is, Jarrett.
Nice. Look at the size of that. This fish just come right up and annihilated it.
Oh man, this is a big one, dude.
Oh man. Look at this thing. Ripping, pulling, ripping.
He's got it.
Oh man, buddy, I'm gonna put my rod down. Let me find the pliers. I'm telling you, what a day.
Oh God, come on.
What a day. Look at these big waves getting ready to crash in on us. Right now, I don't even care.
Ready? Here he comes. There he is.
Oh boy, come here. The typical post-spawn fish. A big giant head in there. Let me grab her. Look at that. Is that awesome or what?
Unbelievable.
Dan, I tell you, brother, it's just been a great day, a great show. Canyon Lake is alive and well. You know what? It is just alive and well. And coming out here and having the opportunity to fish this, it's been a ball. The lake's outstanding, and there's no doubt about it. You know, you keep getting good ones like this. You guys, I tell you, what an awesome time we've had. Let's go ahead and put her back in. See ya, baby. Look at her, here she comes. Dan.
Wow.
Outstanding.
Unbelievable.
Jerk baits, reaction fish. I tell you, it's been a ball.
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure.
it's been outstanding. You know, Canyon Lake's one of those special bodies of water that the community around here has been so welcoming and having us come out here and film. And very lucky man to live here, I got to tell you. Without a doubt, you caught some big ones out there, and I had an absolute ball on the square bill. And just want to say thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you for coming out and giving me this opportunity.
You
It's been
bet.
a pleasure.
You know, for you folks out here in Southern California, Hemet, California to be exact, you know, Dan Merchant here owns Last Chance Performance Marine, which is an outstanding Lund dealer, Mercury dealer. You guys carry a lot of great brands out there. Stop on by and see them and talk fishing. No doubt about it. This place has a ton of lakes around it and some outstanding bodies of water. Thanks so much for watching us, guys. Really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you right back here on Jarrett Edwards Outdoors. My new job now is getting us off these rocks.
You got
That's
that
the
right.
plan. Awesome,
you.
man. Thanks,
Great day.
buddy.
Thank you.
Jarrett Edwards Outdoors is presented by Built Ford Tough, Gold Hero, Mercury, Lund Boat, St.Croix, Lowrance, Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, Lake Powell Resorts and Marinas, River to Sea, Tackle Warehouse, and Never Slip Bait Tape.